Hello, everybody. So, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is you're connecting from, and welcome to our very first, will I say first now, major trading day for at the beginning of this particular trading day for the week, or for the year rather. And I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. All right. I myself am ready. All right. I myself I am ready. And let's see what we're going to get in the market. So yesterday I released a video discussing my bias on what I have for the DXY, and I also shared this for US 30, saying this was one of the cleanest play that we had on US 30 last week, and I know that I'm potentially expecting to see price get all the way to these highs. And so it's a very good long-term trade. I know that we definitely get some re-entry opportunities here today. That's what I'm sure of. If it is for re-entry opportunities, I'm pretty much sure that we're going to get some of those re-entry opportunities that we could most likely take for today. Right. So, but we analyzed DXY yesterday. Those of you that were with us, we analyzed DXY, and I remember mentioning that we should see serious bullish price action on the dollar index. In short, on that daily time frame, I think we just swept that daily highs now, all right, which is very, very, very good signal, which that was the one first low hanging fruit. And then we had the next low hanging fruit somewhere around there. And I believe when we're drawing the low hanging fruit, we came to the weekly time frame, right? We had this low hanging fruit, and the one beyond here, including this imbalance. I believe we mentioned that we could potentially see price come all the way to that levels. So I'm expecting that I'm forecasting that yes, we're going to see that bullish continuation. The question is, where will the bullish continuation come into from? Or let me delete this. Where will the bullish continuation coming from? All right, I would really want to see the DXY give us some little bit more sell move somewhere into some of the supply and demand levels we have here. All right, to resume with bullish continuation. But if that means if we're going to be buying the dollar index, what we're going to be having for Euro USD and GBP USD is also going to be, and it's also going to mean bearish price action, right? It's also going to be in bearish price action. So on Euro USD is exactly what I have for Euro USD. On the 4 hours time frame, I'm still having that potential bearish price action short. My weekly drawn liquidity as it stands is these levels right here. All right, we have this A-shaped key levels right here. And we have some open and closed key levels right here also. So those are drawn liquidities for me. And, this is also in alignment with the feel of this particular imbalance. There are chances that we might also get all the way to these lows as clean targets for us on the Euro USD. So coming down to the 4 hours time frame, this is exactly what I'm anticipating on the 4 hours time frame. All right, so coming down to the 4 hours time frame, these are the levels I'll be looking to play on the 4 hours time frame. Let's see. Most likely, I don't know if we'll be able to capture these highs. If we can capture these highs, then it's going to, this particular highs, all right, is going to make sense for us to see price action retrace all the way to these levels. Then we can now start looking for entry opportunities. Anywhere just above that highs is going to make sense for us to captivate. But now what I don't know is if they want to give a deep retracement. If they don't give that deep retracement, we might as well consider the whole of the supply and resistance levels, or supply and demand levels, or support and resistance levels right here, all right, for some bearish continuation price action. So in this case now, what I would want to do to confirm this movement again now is to use my DRC levels, all right? So my DRC level on the 1 hour time frame can give me a little bit more clarity in what to expect. So I know that typically we have a pure case of an A, B, C, D pattern. So this is exactly where I'll be paying attention to. You see the entire of this candlestick move that also captured some liquidity here. So this is my point of interest. I'm no longer going to be focused much on this particular high. I'll be focused more on the whole of this move here for a sell continuation entry. So keep an eye here. All right. So I would really love to see price buy all the way up to these levels, and then we'll start selling. Now we have some news release today, USD news release, which is going to be very, very, very much interesting to want to see how price is going to react based on those levels. All right, so I will not really be paying attention to these anymore. This is exactly where I'm going to be paying attention to. All right, some of these levels right here after the sweep of this liquidity. We have the whole of this institutional candle right here. Okay, so I'll keep my eyes right at these levels for some bearish continuations. So let's see what we can get from there. I believe that we should be able to get that bullish retracement. Then somewhere after the news release, we'll start seeing the dump. And easy targets we have, first target drawn liquidity we have is this, and the second drawn liquidity that we also have is this. All right, so I'm forecasting some bearish price action. Let's see what we're going to get on these guys. Then for GBP USD, exactly the same thing. All right, GBP USD, I've been eyeing these points of interest for quite some time. All right, after the sweep of these highs, I just love the way the price action is here. I love the whole, we cleared some liquidity and then it's looking as if we're beginning to come down now. I don't know if we're going to get a deep retracement before this loose or after this loose, but either ways, the best place I'll be looking to engage in this trade is going to be at that levels right there. If we should refine it, it's what we have also on the DRC levels. We're also going to notice that, okay, this is exactly it. We had A, all right, then we had B, C, and D. So I would really love to see price capture this ABCD leg. A typical case of a falling tree is what is present here now. So until price clears these highs, I don't think I'll be very much interested in wanting to sell the GBP USD. All right, so let's see what we can potentially get. Anything above or at that levels is going to really be interesting for me to play. All right, so I love the move here. All right, I know that if you want to verify now, somebody might be verifying it to the levels way up there. But I love the play that is ongoing here. So let's see if we can potentially get that. All right, so I'll keep my eyes on that levels. For NASDAQ, I'm also having my eyes on these levels for NASDAQ. Price has we are still trading all the way up. I believe that during New York session, I'll be here again by 1 p.m. today, and I believe that during New York session, we're going to see a clean play on these guys, or we're going to see a clean play on these guys, and these are the levels I'm keeping. So I want to see that drop during New York session for some serious bullish continuations on these guys. I will not be looking to take any buy entries from anywhere here. If they don't give that the retracement, then I want to play somewhere here. But then I don't believe much in these levels. The levels that I'm really much interested in is the levels right here for some bullish continuations. So keep your eyes on these levels. All right, I've been just as we are bullish on US30, I'm also bullish on these guys. This was the point of interest that really caught my attention. All right, this SMC cube or order block, whatever that may be now. All right, so I'm looking at just that bullish continuation. Sorry, I'm looking at just that bullish continuation all the way to the upside. Can we come all the way down? And let's see, we have some clear drawn liquidity here. We have some of these ones here and overall the highs here. So I know that we're going to get that bullish continuation, but the question is, can we get that sell move first before? Can we get that sell move first before we begin to get that buying? All right. So I'll keep my eyes on this point of interest. I love the way the 15-minute broke at that levels with the liquidities right resting there. And the whole of all this structure and all right, it's just a very clean play for me. This is a playbook play for me. All right, so I really want to see what price is going to do. Then lastly, I have the USD JPY. All right, so this is what I have for the USD JPY. I'm heavily bullish on the USD JPY also with the drawn liquidity aiming for this particular highs and then overall this particular highs. This is the daily time frame. So we are bullish on these guys. Structure is bullish. I know that yes, we will most likely attempt to capture those highs. But where are we going to now look for our entries from before we can start attempting to take those highs? I'm forecasting that we should see price, respecting this 4 hours structure. I don't know if price would want to come all the way down here yet. I feel our coming back here is going to be after the clear of these highs. All right, so more like external or higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and the potential just continuation after the clear of these highs. Then we might see all this liquidity cleared to now react from here to now see some more continuations to the upside. But until then, this is exactly the point of interest I'm paying close attention to. I should already have my limit set on this, and I would really love to see it's more refined and clearer on the 1 hour time frame. Right, so it's more refined and it's clearer for me on the 1 hour time frame. So I'm paying close attention to these levels here. Let's see, can we get that drop on the USGPY just right into these levels? And this is a typical 1 to 5 rigs reward, right? Okay, 1 to 4.93 rigs reward. All right, so almost a 1 to 5 rigs reward, which is a very, very, very clean play for me. I'd want to see what price is going to do there, and let's see how much we can utilize that opportunity. All right, so having said that, that is all I'm going to be looking out for today. I don't have any. Okay, on gold, I was forecasting some potential bearish price action on gold, but I missed out on this. All right, I was forecasting some potential bearish price action. I think I shared in the call yesterday about the 1 to 3 rigs reward that I took on this particular sales. But these buys that happened at midnight, well, let's see. I don't have a play. Now that we've disrespected, thank God for 1 to 3, right? So after getting that 1 to 3 in and out, I was not there again. I took my trade in and out, and we got these serious retracements all the way to the upside. Anyways, that is good. But for today, I have zero play or zero interest in taking any trade on gold. All my interest is on the major, which is going to be on Euro USD. The sales we're expecting on Euro USD, right at those levels. The sales we're expecting on GBP USD, right at these levels. And the buys we're expecting on USD JPY, right at these levels right here. Like I said, I have my limit set on these guys already. And the buys we're expecting also on NASDAQ, right at these levels. And lastly, the buys that we're expecting on US30, right at these levels. Okay, so US30 by New York session, we're going to get a clean play again. All right, so we'll be here again by 1 p.m. Nigerian time or West African time, and let's see what we can potentially get for the day again during New York session. So any play that did not come out during London session will definitely come during New York session. So there is no pressure to want to just jump right into the trade. But this year, you just want to be very patient. You want to be very patient with the trade. Allow the trade to come into your zone, and then you execute without hesitation. All right, so having said that, I'll see you guys on the next call by 1 p.m. today. Trade safe, clap easy, and don't blow your account. Shalom, shalom. And bye, guys. Thank you for joining.